Today we will be taking apart this, if you can even see the entire thing, Tunturi stationary bike computer. That's what I believe this thing would be. It shows time, speed, distance, RPM, and calories. It has a reset button and a mode/scan button. And the odd thing is that it only has it only has a 2-wire cable going to it, so I would expect at least 3 wires, one for ground, one for power, and one for communication, but this thing has only 2 wires, so one of the wires must carry both power and communication. So let's go ahead and take this thing apart. I have taped the screw that mounts this thing to the bike on the back because I do not want to lose it or forget it. So let's go ahead, get a screwdriver, and start ripping this thing to shreds. Maybe go for the easier screws first. All the screws are out now. It is free to open. Wow, that is surprisingly simple. So little stuff for such a big box. Half of this box is just empty space and plastic. It could have easily been a fraction of the size, and this circuit board also looks very cheapish too. It's that very cheap, very old school style of board, which I think is paper bonded with resin instead of fiberglass. And it's just bad quality, and the traces lift pretty easily. And also, someone decided that it would be a good idea to secure these screws with what almost feels like hot glue or something like that, but I think my screwdriver can puncture through that. Yeah, it can, at least if there isn't too much of it. So let's go ahead and remove these screws, securing the board in place. Alright, so I removed those 6 screws. Now the board should be free to come off. Yeah, it's nothing too special, is it? Just an LCD, which is on a zebra strip and secured to the board with some wire. It's nothing special at all. If I can put that thing back on. Zebra strips are fascinating. All right. So now I need to put this back because it's probably not going to like everything being misaligned. So this isn't too interesting, is it? But what I feel like should be more interesting is the fact that if you take a look at this board, look at all of that corrosion that's going around this contact. And if you see where it connects to, it was connected directly to this little wire right after it fell off. And I originally thought that this cable right here that connected to the bike was for power and ground, but it does not carry power. It just carries the signals from the sensors on the bike. And the power comes from this little thing over here, which I have glossed over. This right there looks like a AA battery pack, and if you look at those terminals, they have crystals growing on them. So there is some corrosion in the battery bank. And yeah, that's going to be fun to take a look at. Alright, so 4 out of the 6 screws securing that board on are back now, and now I'm going to have to see how I can access this battery compartment because I am genuinely not sure how you're supposed to open up the battery compartment. But while we're at it, let's break off the power wire too and get that cable out of the conduit so that we can have easy access to this thing and maybe take a look at the batteries and how they leaked. Not sure how I'm going to take it apart, but I think I see a way. So there are these little clips that almost look like they are holding the thing together. So maybe I can jam my screwdriver in there and get at those, or maybe I need the smaller bit. Oh, it's coming apart. It is coming apart. Maybe the other side now? Oh dear, this is gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. Wait a minute, I think, oh my goodness, let's flip it over. There are no batteries inside. Oh, come on, I was hoping for some batteries, but in exchange of some batteries, we got some battery leakage. Oh man, just look at that. Let's zoom in on those and get a macro of those so that we can take a look at some of those crystals in person. Look at those poor battery contacts. The juices inside batteries certainly do numbers to the contacts that they are connected to if they ever escape. But you can't lie, that thing is beautiful in the same way that some might consider the sunken Titanic to be beautiful. So much growth, natural growth, on something that is completely man-made. And the funny thing is that in real life, I can discern two pretty distinct colors. Let me get a suitable pointer tool. These sections of crystals are a very distinct bluish green, almost like the color of a pine tree leaf or something when it's fresh. And some of these sections over there, like that corner, is very distinctly blue, but in the camera you can't really tell them apart that much. And if we go to the other set of contacts, yeah, this one is a better example of it, because this contact, almost all of the buildup is green, but in this one, almost all the buildup is blue. It's fascinating. I guess this one is copper sulfate, and this one is copper chloride. I'm not really an expert about copper compounds, but I definitely know that copper salts are often green or blue, and you can definitely see how that pertains to battery corrosion. Even though that I don't think the battery corrosion is caused by acid, a common misconception is that batteries just traditional AA alkaline batteries have acid in them, but no, they do not have acid. They're called alkaline because they are in fact the exact opposite of an acid. They are basic. They have the pH of the liquids inside, or well, I should really say the liquid-soaked papers is very high, while acids are very low. And I'm not really sure how that would react with copper plating and copper contacts to make these sorts of these fun colors. But I think the main reason that battery acid came to be is just because it's more of a how should I say, a name that is more interpretable by the public than what it really is, which is sulfuric acid, which is the electrolyte for lead acid batteries. It just sits in there. It's literally a pool of electrodes, a pool of sulfuric acid, which the electrode plates are sitting in. It's absolutely disgusting. It's a lead and sulfuric acid, but I mean, hey, it does the job. I mean, car batteries can supply a pretty decent amount of current, and just look at what Styropyro is doing. But yeah, car batteries and just these AA batteries are not, well, they're very different. Also, something interesting that I have to say is that these battery cell indicators, they say some -3, which I find very odd. Normally, of course, it'd just be double A's. That's what we call them here in America. But maybe this maybe this was before the term double A was widely used. I don't know, but I'm not really sure why they call it sum dash three. That's kind of odd. But anyway, I think that's enough about talking about battery corrosion of all things.